And it's on that day that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chose to advent, to appear in 1486. So in 1986, I was 3-4 years old, and they arranged a walking pilgrimage. It was a 500-year anniversary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birth. So we always say 500 years, but it's actually been a little longer now. 1486, so what, 520 something? You did the math? 538.
Oh, 530.
30? 38 years. 538 years that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. And interesting little thing that I found out just the other day, that as we heard, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born during an eclipse, right? So 538 years ago, on this full moon that will come tomorrow, there was an eclipse, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. So interesting thing that I just that I heard from an astrologer is that tomorrow, did you hear this? There's going to be an eclipse tomorrow.
Yes.
And apparently the eclipse that is coming tomorrow is the same astrological calculation as when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. I have it written here. Haribo! Haribo! So it says, Lord Chaitanya took birth when the full moon was in Leo. I'm not an astrologer, but the full moon was in Leo in the sky, while being eclipsed by the shadow planet Ketu. So there's two planets that eclipse the sun, according to the Vedic astrology, is Rahu and Ketu. And this exact scenario is repeating itself at this time. The moon is in Leo, and it is being eclipsed by Ketu. This rarely occurs. Anyways, I also I was just in Mayapur, I guess a week ago. I left on the 2nd, 3rd, I left Mayapur. I've been living there for 3 years with my family. And we just moved to the U.S. where we were living before. And just before moving from Mayapur, I was at the Kumbh Mela. So on the 13th, 14th, I was at the Kumbh Mela taking my bath there. And that also astrological calculation was a very unique astrological calculation of alignment of planets that had not happened for 144 years. So we're living in a very interesting time. My feeling, as I said, I'm not an astrologer and I'm not someone that can predict, but my feeling is that that this time is very charged, and as maybe you can see as when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, there was the darkness of Kali Yuga was also very prominent. The darkness of Kali Yuga, the darkness of the age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the age of Kali had become very prominent, and at the same time, those that are sumedasa, those that are a little bit intelligent, come together, and we develop the light within our hearts. We develop the bhakti, the devotion. We develop that light that can dispel the darkness of Kali. So I feel like the same thing is happening, that we're in a very, very powerful time. And these powerful times, like at the Kumbh Mela, the demoniac forces and the demons and the demigods are churning. So in the same way right now, there's this churning going on of, these demoniac forces, but hopefully also the godly the devoted people, the suras. There's the asuras, are the demons, and the suras are the godly people. So hopefully also we can, at this time, also come together. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did not only propagate kirtan, but he propagated what is called Sankirtan. And Sankirtan, there's different meanings of that word Sankirtan. One is to do it nicely, Samyak Karoti, to do it nicely. But the other meaning is also to do it in Sangha, to do it in association. So I'm not going to talk very much more because we're going to have Abhishek now. But I just wanted to say a few words and thank all of you for coming together in Sangha. You know, I left Mayapur the day after the Kirtan Mela, and we had, I don't know, 6,000, 5,000, 6,000 devotees all chanting together. And here we are now in Hoofddorp, and you know, and here we are doing the same exact thing that we did there. So, you know, the potency of the holy name brings us together, and I'm grateful to Nilambar and his family. We've worked together many years ago. We were doing programs when he was in Alabama. As you can see, it's his nature. His nature is to conduct programs and bring community together. And he's using that nature wherever he goes. My nature is to sing and chant. So I'm trying to use that nature wherever I go. And each one of you each one of you have a talent. Each one of you have something that you can share to share Krishna, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction is Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, and Koro Krishna Shiksha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction is to chant the name of Krishna yourself, Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, to worship Krishna, and to get others to also connect with Krishna in one way or another, whether it be through chanting and music, or whether it be through bringing communities together, or whether it be through photography and art, like our friend Yurin, or whether it be through yoga and meditation, like Damayanti, or whether it be through beautiful chanting, like this wonderful family that I'm meeting, that is all coming, that is chanting together. You know, we all have, maybe some of the ladies here are amazing cooks. And I imagine that if you went to some local library or something and you said, you know what, I offer cooking classes. I imagine that people there, oh yeah, once a week cooking class, you would get a group of 4, 5, 2, 3 people together who would be interested to learn how to cook. Gradually, you teach them how to cook, you teach them how to make chapatis, or Indian cooking, Indian vegetarian cooking, and then the next thing you know, after some time maybe, then you say, oh, you know what, actually we don't make this for ourselves, we make it as an offering, we do it as an offering. There's so many ways to share Krishna, as long as, if we feel inspired and we feel something within our hearts, then Krishna will manifest some way that we can share Krishna with the world. And I think we each have a talent, and we each, as much as possible, should try to utilize that talent, whether it be something small or whether it be something very grand, like Hanuman carrying the mountains, or whether we're like the squirrel, the chipmunk that throws little grains of sand. But we can all do something for Krishna. But now anyways, we've come together for Sankirtan. Abhishek will happen whenever. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Hare
sound of our voices. Hare Krishna. one bhajan. Is that okay? This bhajan, it's written here on the board. It's actually by a contemporary of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His name is Vasudev Ghosh, or Vasu Ghosh. There was 3 brothers, Govinda Ghosh, Vasu Ghosh, and forgetting the third one. But they were the musicians. They were Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's musicians. They were the mridanga players and the singers and chanters during Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. And why I love this bhajan so much, actually, is because, if maybe some of the bhajans are written after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, right? Some of the writers like Narottam Das Thakur, maybe you're familiar with, or Bhakti Vinod Thakur, they wrote after, right? So it's easy to idolize someone afterwards, right? Oh, during Gandhi's time, maybe people didn't care as much about him. Then when he left, Gandhi, we put him on all the notes, right? So, it's easy to kind of idolize someone once they're gone, but when they're actually there, do we actually appreciate them for who they are? But this song is written by a contemporary of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and as Nilambar Prabhu was telling us, Mayapur, Navadvip, at that time, was a great place of learning, a great place of knowledge. In that time, people prided themselves for never speaking a lie, for never speaking something that was untrue. And those of you that have studied Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy or any Vaishnava philosophy know that if I were to say I'm God, I would get immediately kicked out of here, right? Or if I were to say, Nilambar is God, right? Then everyone would say, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Show me, And I would probably, as they say in America, get kicked. Anyways, so this song is written by a contemporary of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was a great respected person in society, who was a Ghosh from the Brahmin caste, from the Brahmin family, so never speaking a lie, never speaking an untruth. And in this bhajan, he's saying that Jai Gaura, that he who is, we call Gaura, that same one who has come in a golden form is Gaura, that one is Krishna, say Krishna, and say Jagannath, that one is the same Lord of the universe who we call Jagannath. Now, I've been living in Mayapur for 3 years, and sometimes it's a little difficult to believe. Did God really come here in Mayapur? Who here has been to Mayapur or Navadvip Mayapur? Yeah, it's a nice place, right? It's a nice place. I mean, it's beautiful. It's by the Ganga. It's very green. Lots of banana trees and rice fields. But did God come here, right? There's still trash. Bengali people are very short. It's like there's still the little things that we experience. Did God come here? So my meditation over 3 years of being there is, please, I may have a little, as the song, another song says, Shraddhavan Jan, that if we have a little bit of faith, if we just have a little bit of faith. And so my prayer over the last 3 years of living in Mayapur Dham was, please, let me nurture this faith. I've come here with a little bit of faith that, okay, maybe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the divine Krishna, is the divinity, is the Parabrahma, Param Dhamam, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, all the things that that are said in all the scriptures of the world, the Gita, the Quran, Allah is great, right? Or any of the scriptures of the world. Maybe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that one who every single tradition of the world is referring to. Maybe. Let that be my... And so a song like this, it can strengthen our faith. It can make our faith a little bit more intense, a little bit stronger. So, and I'll sing this bhajan in a raga. This raga is called Vasant. It's also a spring raga. So when it says Jaya Jaya Jagannath, it's actually a play on words. Okay? So it's saying Jagannath. Jagannath, as you know, everyone knows Jagannath, right? So Jagannath is the Lord of the universe. We see, there's Jagannath, right there, smiling. The original smiley face. So Jaya Jaya Jagannath, but here it's saying Sachira. So it's speaking about Jagannath as the Lord of the universe, but it's also saying the son of Jagannath. The son of Jagannath and Sachi. So I'll sing this bhajan while the deities come out, and then I believe we'll have a little arti, and then we'll have prasad. So Jagannath is the father of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His name was Jagannath Mishra. And Sachi is his mother, Sachira Nandan. So the son of Jagannath and Sachi, who Tribhuvana Korejar Charana Vandan. Please say Jaya Jaya Jagannath,
Jaya Jaya Jagannath,
Sachira Nandan,
Sachira Nandan,
Tribhuvana Korejar Charana Vandan. Jaya Jaya Jagannath. Sachira Nandana Teju Kareja Charana Vandana. Nilachal, in Puri, he holds the Shankha Chakra, he holds all the symbols of Lord Vishnu. But in Nadia, in Mayapur, he holds a staff and a kamandalu, a water pot. Nilachale Shankha Chakra Gadha Padma Dhara. Some say, this is verse 3, some say that in the past he killed Ravana. Who killed Ravana?
Ram!
Lord Ram. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram!
And some say that in Goloka he performs his Ras Leela, all of his Leelas. Deho bole purabe Ravana badila. Deho bole purabe Ravana badila. Deho bole purabe Ravana badila. Deho bole Ravana badila. Tera mai bhakila prakasha karila. Ola tera mai bhakila prakasha karila. Ola tera mai bhakila prakasha karila. Vasu Ghosh tells us the secret why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually came. Sri Radha Bhave, to experience the sentiment, the mood, the emotions, the love of Sri Radha. And how does he experience that? He experiences that through Hare Krishna Nam Gaura Kalira Pachan, that he spreads the chanting of the holy names of Krishna. Shri Radhar Bhave Gauraya Vatara, Shri Radhar Bhave Gauraya Vatara, Shri Radhar Bhave Gauraya Vatara. Krishna Nam Gaura Karuna Prachara, Hare Krishna Nam Gaura Karuna Prachara, Hare Krishna Nam Gaura Karuna Prachara, Hare Krishna says with folded hands. What does he say? He says, please repeat after me. Jai Gaura.
Jai Gaura.
Jai Gaura.
Jai Gaura.
Say Krishna.
Say Krishna.
Say Jagannath.
Say Jagannath.
This means he who is Gaura.
He who is Gaura.
Is he who is Krishna.
Is he who is Krishna.
Is he who is Jagannath.
He who is Jagannath.
You have to really say it. You have to say it and mean it, okay? Jai Gaura.
Jai Gaura.
You know, when you say something, you have to open your mouth, okay? Jai Gaura.
Jai Gaura.
Say Krishna.
Say Krishna.
Say Jagannath.
Say Jagannath.
He who is Gaura.
He who is Gaura.
Is he who is Krishna.
Is he who is Krishna.
He who is Jagannath.
Is he who is Jagannath.
Did we feel it? Did we really mean it? I think I still need to be convinced of this what Vasudev Ghosh is saying. Jai Gaura!
Jai Gaura.
Say Krishna!
Say Krishna.
Say Jagannath! Because maybe if I'm really convinced about this, then the process that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought, this bhakti, this chanting and this sankirtan, maybe I'll really take it seriously if I really believe, okay. Jai Gaura! Say Jagannath.
Say Jagannath.
Vasudeva Gosha Pone Parijala Hata. Vasudeva Gosha Pone Parijala Hata. got beautiful colors on them. Holi hai. Aaj bhi raj mein holi hai.